What's going on, everybody? It's me, RDV, and I'm here with Eric Breen, and we're gonna change things up a little bit tonight, and just get right into this. As far as the new comic books come out this week, Breen, did you take a little gander at any of the new books?
I did.
Anything in trades or the news issues?
I can't act. I don't have it set up to access trade, so it'll be mystery to me, or when we see it, when I see him. I mean,
well, actually, hold on. Let me do this. Let me remove us off screen here, so we get a fuller screen for everybody. Sorry about that. All right. All right, so I went through and I had to narrow down my top 5 here for this week. And there are some new issues coming out, some brand new number ones. You guys are going to notice that on the thumbnail, like, why don't you have the Superman Spider-Man on there? Because it's trash. It's all trash. And we'll go over it tonight. You guys can see. If you want an actual good Superman Spider-Man, I check out the original.
the fact that it's not the top selling book of the week,
Look at that.
tells you all you need to know.
It's at number 5
about how much of an afterthought this is now.
Yep. Absolute Wonder Woman. Absolute Martian, Manhunter, Detective Comics, Superman are all above it. Yeah, and no one cares. And plus, I think a lot of people are looking like it's $8. That's expensive.
Well, I think that today's comic book reader is conditioned to spend $8 rather frequently. But I mean, just look at it. Superman looks like he's doing a ballet, and badly at that.
Is that Dan Moore doing the main cover?
If it is, it's not.
No, it's Jorge Jimenez.
It's not his best work by any stretch.
No, but you look at the writers on here. Okay, Sean Murphy. Okay, maybe they're kind of cool, but I don't care about Christopher Reeves, Gail Simone, Greg Rucka, Jeff Lemire, Mark Waid. When actually a decent story, Matt Fraction, proving he just doesn't know how to write anything other than making fun of characters.
I'm sure Christopher Priest's story will be fine because it's not Vampirella. He does seem to do everyone else pretty well. But, like I said, it's the fact that it's not a standalone, really special occasion like it was before is just, that's
the fact that you have multiple writers on this. Jerry Ordway and I think it was Dan Jurgens did the original.
No, the originals were done before those guys were in the business. The original was Jerry Conway and
Jerry Conway. Sorry.
Second one was Jim Shooter and John Buscema.
Okay. But the most part though, that first issue, I said that was all one writer.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure these are the rest of the writers are the backup stories, which again
they are
have no business in something. It's one thing, like I said, they should have done Batman with somebody more important than Deadpool, given him the entire book, made a big deal out of it. Same thing with Superman, Spider-Man. There should not be any minutia in the way of those two characters because they're as big as it gets, and it's a shame.
Jimmy Kahn, yeah. So Jimmy Olsen and Carnage. Why is Carnage in any of this? Jimmy Olsen and stuff. I'm sorry, they shouldn't be involved. The main story, you had crossovers. You had Perry White and and I think Jameson was in there too. No, it wasn't Perry White. It was Jameson Morgan Edge.
Yeah.
But that was your crossover there.
There was no Jimmy Olsen because they didn't go any deeper in the supporting characters than the respective girlfriends and the respective immediate bosses. Because I said there's no Robbie, there was no Flash or Harry.
So we're gonna have
time like Liz or whatever.
So we're gonna have Perry White with J. Jonah Jameson, Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane, Peter Parker, and Clark Kent, and it's gonna be Greg Rucka writing it. I like we get Nicole Scott's art on there, but
Greg Rucka didn't write the main story.
no, these are the separate stories though they're doing. I'm looking to see what they're doing. Then there's Blind Dates with this Power Girl and Punisher. Why?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Why? But yeah, that's.
I said the Jeff Lemire is writing a Clark Kent Peter Parker story, The Bridge. Okay, they can revisit Gwen Stacy's death. No. Just Sean Gordon Murphy is writing Miguel O'Hara and Superboy. The City and Beyond the Cobwebs of Tomorrow. And then we had the looks like you got Crypto, Superboy Prime, Spider-Man, and Superman, with Christopher Priest and Daniel Sampere. And then Tom King's writing the Lois Lane, Mary Jane Parker, Spider-Man and Clark Kent story with Jim Lee. I'm surprised. Man, how long were they working on this?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. And do we really know now? Instead of had Doc Ock and was it Lex Luthor last time? Yeah. It's Brainiac and Doc Ock with Mark Waid. Now I think this will actually be the best story. Will be Mark Waid, Jorge Jimenez. But there's one before this though, which is actually no, maybe that is the main story. But it says one page though, so or that's number one. Okay. But yeah, so many freaking tight covers. Wow. Jeez.
That should have been the main cover.
This is Jim Lee. Yep. Yeah. That looks good, you know. Then we have Color Fantasy Philip Tan. And this character is not even in the book. Okay, that's another. Venom and Superman. Okay. So many freaking big time collectibles. That looks. No, thanks. A lot of these are foil. Yeah, foil variants. Like, what is with the Supergirl? She a blow up doll? This is Nathan Zerdy. That is the one thing I've always noticed too. Is that Spider-Man how his logo curves? Superman's always the opposite, kind of. A lot of these are like foil and then trade and then Virgin. It's just like it's the same covers repeated constantly. Why do we? I said I don't. Why do we need a Punisher and Power Girl crossover? Yeah, this is cover B. Use a Jim Lee. This is Raviel Albuquerque cover C. Clayton Henry. Or no, Clayton Crane. Oliver Copio. Wow, I haven't heard that name in a long time. Steve Lieber was actually a pretty decent cover. But once again, I don't need those characters in here. Now we get the Gabriel Dell'Otto, Dark Superman, and Symbiote. Mitch Gerards. Yay.
Yeah, I wonder if nobody's here because they're watching the premiere of season 2.
It comes out. Yeah, it started my time. Yeah, probably. This is the best cover, though. The Adam Hughes. I'm so tempted for this cover, bro. Just to get the Adam Hughes cover. But not for $9, though.
Yeah, I said, yeah, I'm sorry if I'm buying a Superman Spider-Man. I want them on the cover.
Yeah, I know.
I've never understood that about variants. I've never been a variant collector.
No, but here's the thing. I think the Adam Hughes cover will be worth more than the actual book.
That's kind of cool. That cover's kind of neat.
And Mikel Janin?
Yeah.
The web in the face. There you go. Red Sun Superman with Hulk variant of Peter Parker. Arthur Adams. This looks early 2000s, kind of. Stanley Archim with Silk, the character that nobody likes.
That's not even a good art term cover.
No, it's not. Scott Campbell. Whether you like Ghost Spider or no whatsoever, it's still a fantastic art. This is Scott Koblish or cover O, sorry. Scott Koblish. Looks like I'd be a wraparound or connecting. Joshua Middleton. That's a decent cover too. I don't know where Superman's trying to fight. David Nakayama. That's what's it called? Kingdom Come Superman. Daniel Sampere has a cover. There's so many freaking covers. And look at the prices. They're $9 for their variants. Yep. Doc Shaner. I'm pretty sure. Is that a Super Friends toy?
I don't know.
The Bucky or everything. They tried. Jeffrey tried. Ow, there's cover V. Dude, there's so many covers. It's ridiculous. Spider Pig, and Crypto. Yeah, then cover one. Oh, there's 41 covers. Dude, 41 freaking covers? Of course, there's always this cover. The best one of them. There you go. It's the Superwoman from the movie. And that's supposed to be that, what's it called? Arena? Was it? Spider-Girl? Or was that supposed to be Mary Jane? Or Superwoman and Mary Jane? I don't know. Weird. Greatest Carrie Andrews. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, DC Marvel presented greatest superhero of all time. Terry Dodson cover is pretty good. Yeah, but, all right.
Not to sound sexist, but you get Terry Dodson to do the cover. You should probably have glammed up Mary Jane a little bit.
He kind of.
I mean, yeah, it's mom jeans and sneakers. Not really, MJ. The way you think about it.
I mean, if we're doing Ultimate Spider-Man, like what you saw with Hickman,
yeah,
that'd fit more.
Yeah.
Style. All right. Detective Comics has a new Trinity starts here. Oh, cool. That's right. Yeah, because Superman's gone, and it's gonna go right into my number 5 for this week, which is with Superman gone, Justice League Unlimited number 17. They're looking for new members. Superman's on the JLU. In the aftermath of DCKO, the Justice League has to work even harder to protect mankind. That means it's time for new blood to face the new challenges. Who will join Wonder Woman and Batman to lead the new JLU? And it looks, yeah, as all the villains there too. The villains roster popping up here. Oh, look cute. She's flipping off and they gave it a sensor bar. There's this coming out here, the Ronaldo stepbrothers. which really looks like freaking Val Kilmer and Will Ferrell. Can't unsee it. Most of these covers are hard pass for me. He says once like, dude, he's talking about the Supermans. He says, when you can't do a good book, you do 50 covers. True. Brian Bolin cover. Do you see this? It's Metamorpho. This is actually kind of cool for a variant. I like this. Then we have the Kevin Wada variant with the Atom and Wonder Woman. Then we have the Stephen Byrne cover, E. You have the Vixen cover for Women's History Month. Again? Oh, look at this, the symbol variant, because that's really cool. Then the Dan Moore doing the cover box. Basically just took the characters from the corner box, and he's doing a cover based on them. That's Dan Moore's contribution. Because he's not doing the art here. Clayton Henry is doing the art for a couple of issues. Then Dan Moore is returning.
If I remember correctly, Clayton Henry's very good.
He is. Yeah. Oops. And then Tamara Bond villain is on here too.
What's up, Tom?
Then Linkara, Paul Kaminsky. So pretty much the Suicide Squad is and Starro and everything is just popping up.
So is the Lex that's running around as a bad guy here, is he left over from that previous story, or did the main Lex go bad again?
I don't know. As far as I know, this is the same Lex Luthor that's still good.
Oh, so Lex is still good in this?
I'm not sure which version this is. Because in the whole DCKO thing, it seemed like Lex Luthor was out of character doing what he could what Superman can't. And it's like, basically, I'm the villain and I'm not going to let you be a villain. I think that's what their goal was. But it was so poorly written. I have no idea because it ruined the whole Joshua Williamson Lex Luthor.
Let's say that is literally the only thing from DC that I miss being out of comics. I liked what they were doing with Lex.
So I don't know. He's on the cover here, the main cover here. I'm not sure if this is going to be him. He's in his power suit, but this is just a cover.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see what happens. The last time Superman went missing in the Justice League cartoon, Unlimited, Lobo stepped in, took over, joined the league, and then Superman came back from the future and basically took back his spot. So I don't know. I'll see what Mark Waid's doing. He's been doing pretty well on this series. All right, my number 4 for this week. As we scroll down to it, number 4 for this week is going to be Feral, number 21. Like all good 21st issues, a silent interlude. Moosh, the pit bull, is missing, and the only one cat can find him. And then mysterious ghosts search for his canine friend. He discovers something that will change the world of Feral forever. Don't miss out on this thrilling issue told through the point of view of everyone's favorite hearing-impaired feline. I just heard the feline. What was that?
I don't know. She meows more now than she used to. I think she's figured out that, this is all hers.
If she meows, she gets more treats, more pets.
No, she just realized she didn't have to stay quiet. She can just come around and go.
was the last page shocker that will make Stray Dogs fans sit, stay, and roll over and beg. Hint, hint. Tony Fleeks in writing this, as always, and Tone Rodriguez and Trish Forstner are doing the art with Brad Simpson doing the coloring.
Hey, while it's on my mind,
So,
have you ever read Local Man, or do you know anything about it?
yeah, Local Man. Me and Skip were reading that before he passed.
Okay, because a buddy of mine just gave me a gigantic hardcover.
So Local Man, the gist of it is pretty much a superhero that was, and it's written in the style of the original Image Wildstorm characters.
Okay.
You know, he was a superhero that pretty much got in trouble and was kicked off the team, and he's banned from basically fighting or even using his name over doing stuff. But eventually, someone gets murdered. One of his old enemies in town gets villains, because he had basically a villain, a guy who you fight with, but the guy wasn't really a good villain. He was just, like Reverse Flash, but not evil. Anyway, and the dude ends up getting murdered. So he basically starts investigating it on his own. So he doesn't want anybody to know who he is, and plus everybody hates him. They're all like, F Crossjack, that's the running joke. And so he wears a ski mask, and he discovers a conspiracy going on in Farmington, Wisconsin, because that's where he's from, or right around there. And yeah, it was actually really good. It was really good. It's funny, quirky. It is what's his name?
It's Tim Seeley.
Tim Seeley, that's what it is. Yeah.
But this is probably every bit of 500-600 page hardcover.
Hey, Jim. Yeah, it was actually really good, especially when you find out the reason why he got kicked off the team. And him covering a plot, and then he's also meeting up with the girl he left. Basically, when he left to go join the superheroes, he left his girlfriend behind in town, and now she's runs a diner cafe, and she's married to the local sheriff. His dad doesn't like him, thinks he's a screw up and embarrassment. It ruined his life when he got kicked off the team, and just and yeah, it's just like it was actually a really good book.
And Dad gave me a couple of DC showcases.
Nice.
One of them would be of interest to you because it's Batlash.
Oh, that's awesome.
You have that, don't you?
I have. I'm still collecting one of the issues. I think it was like 6 or 7 issues.
But it was 7 issues in a showcase. I don't know if I have anything more. I haven't looked through it yet.
I think I have the showcase. I just think I don't have the actual. I think I'm missing one of the final issues of the series, or one of them of the 6 issues. But the Twisted Minds Behind Stray Dogs, Feral, Part 21. I'll never tell. I don't know. Speak no evil. Not sure what movie posters is supposed to be. Oh, Don't Breathe. That's what it is. It's called Don't Breathe Homage variant. Yeah, and this is the 110. It's basically a Virgin variant. And that's all there is for covers. Actually, there's 6 covers. Think about it. There's 6 covers. Here's the Pharaoh G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
a real solid interlude. This is clever. The most unusual feline story ever. I love this. That's awesome. Yeah. This is the interior artist, Trish Forstner, doing that's her cover. And then we have the Invincible Battle Beast versus all the cats and feral. All the base the cats that have rabies.
Why aren't you helping them out, Coco?
As much as I love the G.I. Joe one, I've been collecting all the Invincible covers because this whole month, every Image book has an Invincible variant. I love it. I'm almost tempted to buy books I'm not reading just to get the variants. But what's up there, Cheeseburger? What's going on? Hello to Jim. Can't remember if I said hello to you or not. But and then here is Third Eye Comics. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Oh, Absolute Batman Home Edge variant. The Joker.
Mm.
Why are they doing an Absolute Batman homage?
Why not? It's the hottest book in the world.
I know, but it's like this weird though. It's like All right, so that is my number. That's number 4 for this week.
So I'm watching a preseason game here.
Yeah.
Jamer Candelario is at the plate. He's the highest paid Red. And you might think, are you watching the Reds? No. I'm watching the Angels. The Reds are paying $15 million to him to play for them.
Wow.
Great work if you can get it.
My number 3 is actually Iron Man 3. Sticking with it. Last issue was pretty fun. Iron Man versus MODOK. A date night? What? During an epic battle with MODOK, Iron Man learns the truth about AIM and Madame Mask, leaving him with more questions than answers. But before he can investigate, he has a first date with the new Lady Love to deal with. Meanwhile, the new Citizen V is watching and comes to Tony with a warning. But who was under the mask? Carmen Carrell has been doing pretty well. Josh Williamson will be liking this. Carmen Carrell's cover is actually cover B. I can find it. This is the 125 Bengal variant. I don't see any Bengals on there. This is Carmen Carrell. She's the interior artist. This is her cover. So nothing too like fancy, but I always like the way she draws the armor. And that is the MODOK. It's freaky.
Yeah, that's creepy as fuck.
It's ripping the old comic, the old Captain
cool.
America.
That's cool. That part's
cool. Yeah, that's what I said. A lot of times you see those covers, they're only through the web stores, but this looks like it's just gonna be a regular variant cover. Yeah, but and of course there is the April Pools Day. Dumb. But Scotty Young, connected variant, he's been doing those. But yeah, main cover is done by Ryan Stegman. Never been a fan of Ryan Stegman's art, but apparently, he's still getting to work. Go ahead and listen while I sleep. I have to get up early. All right, we'll talk about disturbing things. At least I have some interesting dreams. We'll talk about hamburgers without cheese and comics. Maybe pickles. All right, but that is my number 3 for this week. Going into number 2, it's a little higher up on the list here. Here, it is Green Lantern number 33. This is the 600th issue anniversary. Legacy 600. Kyle Rayner leads the next chapter of the Green Lantern mythos, starting here. Celebrate 600 issues of Green Lantern with epic stories, legendary creators, and new costume designs by superstar artist David Nakayama. In this special oversized 600th issue, Hal Jordan will be tested as never before, and a new Lantern stands poised to step in should he fail. Hal embarks on a mysterious mission while Kyle Rayner finally moves back to Los Angeles and takes up the mantle of Green Lantern of Earth. Join Kyle as he finds a job, navigates traffic, and chases down escaped villains from Oa. All this plus a host of legendary guest artists and writers from Lantern's past. And an answer to the question proposed to Starfire in the last issue. Basically, if you missed last issue, he proposed Carol for marriage. So, and she kind of told him, you should probably wait until, after you're done with what you're doing here, and then I'll give you my answer, All right, so quite a few covers, but Zermanico is back on the art. I think he was on the art before. I'm so confused because there's so many books I'm reading where the artist leaves and then they have 3 or more different artists and then finally the artist comes back. But the rise of Kyle Rayner starts here. I've never really read the original Kyle Rayner run. I'm kind of excited because I've been liking Jeremy Adams' take on these characters. So I'm curious to see what he's going to do with this character. And it looks like we're going to keep Connor on here too as well, and Odyssey, and a few other characters. But Dave Nakayama looks like we got a new costume for Kyle now, which I'm not too excited about. This looks as bad as Justice Gang order they had, or the one in the freaking Superman movie with James Gunn. I'm not feeling it. It's a crappy design. But you know who's going to like it? Zach. David Aha variant, cover C. It's okay. Look, another symbol variant cover. Why? And then Zervanico, the interior artist. This is him doing his cover. And then we got the Scott Koblish Legacy variant. You should send this one to Ash. He loves Legacy characters. Every single character's in there for Green Lantern over the years. Crazy. Wonder if it'll be a wraparound. Probably not. Gil March cover G. Glow in the dark. Kyle does not look like Kyle at all. But yep. The original Kyle Rayner run was good along with his time in the Titans at JLA. They broke him after they brought him back Hale. I've never read it, but everybody says that Kyle Rayner's run was like one of the best Green Lantern runs, especially I think it was because you had Tim Drake going on taking over for Robin, and then you had Kyle Rayner becoming the Green Lantern. Like DC was just firing on all cylinders in the 90s, apparently. They just screwed up in the 52 because that's what they do. Yeah, and bringing back Barry, it was one of the dumbest things ever because Barry was always one of the most boring speedsters. I like Jay Garrick, and I like Wally West and Bart as well, Impulse. But getting back to this, my number one for this week. Number one for this week is going to be, scroll down a little bit, is Punisher number 2. Jigsaw is back. Frank Castle's most notorious foe. Jigsaw is back, and this time he's not launching an all assaults on wars on the street. Instead, he's taking a more surgical approach to dismantle the Punisher, targeting his body, mind, and soul with a game of death designed to spill innocent blood and push Frank Castle to his absolute limit. Everything Hurts, 20 pages for $5. This is Benjamin Percy with a Jose Luis Torres Pinto. Micro is now back to being, helping out Frank, on his crusade. So this is cover A. I like this kind of mashup. It's Frank Castle, but underneath it's Jigsaw. Or you could say it's a Two-Face. Then they have the Alex Maleev 125, which it looks more like what's his name? Rich is it Rich Strong? Or what's his name? The one from wrestling? The one that was NXT? Robert Strong?
Roderick Strong?
It looks like Roderick Strong a little bit, how skinny he is. This was stupid.
I'm sorry.
Why?
Yeah, it's. I know it's unclench. They're comic books, but that's just. I don't know. I don't get it.
April Fool's Day, so he's just doing all joke books where he's messing with all the heroes. Yeah, no thanks. This is the Dev Pramanik cover. Not a fan of the way they draw Frank's face, but this is kind of like, I guess, closer to the, I don't know that I'd say Punisher Max, but kind of around the 2000s, early 2000s, Frank Castle. And I don't know why he's reading a Daredevil book. Then we have the Fabrizio di Tommaso Doom homage variant, or he's Dr. Doom. Or so it's called. Stupid. Don't remind me of what Marvel did event. Then we have the Marvel Rivals variant. Okay. But why is this a cover? Why isn't this just in a book where you have the concept art of the video game? There's no reason for it to be a cover. And then here's Simone DeMeo.
I like that cover.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Better than the first one?
Yeah, I wasn't impressed with the first one, honestly.
Yeah, same here. For the first one, it was kind of
Talking about the one where the faces were,
yeah, magic.
It looked like the Red Skull's daughter when he burned her face off.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the original cover right there. And this is that. You know what this reminds you of the gloss test? It reminds you of the Moon Knight covers. How bright they are and everything. This is cool. So, all right. That is my number one for this week, though. But as always, we have enough time here. We'll just quickly go through other books are coming out. So, like I said, you guys see a book, you want me to click on it, and I'll go over it. But it's going to kind of scroll through these. Flash is coming out. Comment, like, subscribe. Flashes of Insight starts here. Ryan North is the writer. I don't know if this is his first issue taking over, but maybe it'll be better than Cy Spurrier. I would imagine so, hopefully. Fantastic Four versus Malice. Of Humberto Ramos doing the horrible art. Void Rivals is out this week. The Quintessence War, part 4, I think, of 12 or something like that. Wolverine, Weapons of Armageddon, number 2, Chip Zdarsky. We got Rogue, number 3 out this week. Skinbreaker, number 7, from Robert Kirkman and David Finch. The Permanent Truth, still going at issue 36. World Tree, number 19. Wow. Look, it's Harley Quinn. The Bat Quinn begins. No thanks. Now this is interesting too. New Avengers. I was like, oh, it's New Avengers. Oh wait, we have Eddie Brock, Carnage, and we have Laura Kenny, X-23, wearing Wolverine's costume.
Well, she is the real Wolverine. Bigot.
And that's the real Doctor Strange. Cleo.
If you don't think so, you're a bigot.
Dungeons of Doctor Doom. Null has his own series going. Who cares? Oh yeah, remember Marvel Knights Punisher number 4, the book that no one's talking about. And I see that in the shops I go to, no one's talking about that book whatsoever. You know what they're talking about? Benjamin Percy Punisher. All right, Gunslinger Spawn 52, Hyde Street number 11. But if I get to learn who the monster is, the one that was locked in the cage that the sister was talking to last issue. Psylocke Ninja number 3. Don't read this because it's racist because it has the 2 girls merged in this book. You know, Tim Seeley's writing it. Inglorious X-Force. Why? Is it supposed to be Boom Boom? Please tell me that's not supposed to be Boom Boom.
I'm sorry, I'm texting important stuff.
Are you? This is important too. I need to know who this is.
Not as important as
It is Boom Boom.
not as important as who North Carolina's next coach is going to be.
Well, it's not as important as reading a book that has not only has Archangel, it has Boom Boom, Cable, Helverine, and Miss Marvel on it. Kamala Khan. And remember Maxine Danger? That's right. You don't know who she
you didn't
is.
tell me Kamala Khan was in this. That's more important than anything.
Yeah. And look at Webhead, aka Linda Locke. What?
Is that another Spider Family?
Exactly.
Good grief.
Maxine Danger.
What is a Maxine Danger?
Maxine Danger was brought up in that whole stupid when they turned Ben Riley into evil and turned him into Schism. Maxine Danger was the person that he was working for.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the only reason I know it, because I tuned in and looked at it. But yeah, but they brought back Boom Boom. I was like, dang. Tim C is writing it with Michael Stamaria. And Cy Pedro Beltran. Cy. What the heck? And Robert Willing. I mean, sorry, not Robert Schilling. It was Mark Basso. All right.
They just do not have a clue at how to make an X universe work.
So White Sky's coming out, though. Issue number 2. First one was pretty good. Ghosts, supernatural ghosts that apparently have control of the elements, murdered like majority of the world's population. Father and daughter were on the run trying to survive. She gets separated from her father when these goons try to attack her father, and she gets left behind. So she has to take out the jar of salt, put it in a circle, stay inside so the ghost, because ghosts can't cross salt. And now she's trapped there with all the ghosts there, basically they look at Grim Reapers with flames and stuff. See what I don't know where this is gonna go, but man, people are speculating that it's gonna be the next Walking Dead.
What is
White Sky?
Oh, you know what I would do if I were Marvel and I gave a shit?
Fire half the people.
Well, besides that, I would go to Chris Claremont and Scott Lobdell, because that's probably the best you can come up with at this point.
Having them write X-Men stuff,
and I would have that. I would basically say, name your price within reason to recreate the X universe and put them back on the map. Because Claremont could give you there's probably still a little bit of that left in him. And Lobdell,
well,
it wouldn't have been my first choice back in the day, but
no,
he's a good writer, and he wouldn't. It would be more than gay fanfic.
I would cancel about 90% of the books
at 100%. I'm in starting.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't bring back the X-Men so far with those two, do that stuff, see how that's going, and then I would focus on working that up. But then I'd branch out, and I'd probably maybe bring Chuck Dixon in to write something.
Now, Chuck Dixon never wrote the X-Men. I don't know if he.
No, I'm not saying for X-Men. I'm just saying one of the Marvel characters. Definitely, I'd keep Benjamin Percy on the line. He's the only person. Him and Jed McKay are the only two people I would not fire, but Marvel. Jed McKay has been doing well on Moon Knight, and Benjamin Percy has been doing well on everything he writes.
Hey, by the way, I noticed Maranya's not in the chat. Did you talk to her today? Is she okay?
She got home, apparently. This is about a couple hours ago. She'd mentioned that she is finally home. So maybe she's sleeping.
I hope so.
Yeah. Generation X is out. Ooh, yay. X-23, sorry. She's called Generation X-23, but she's wearing Wolverine's costume. All right. Hey, see, this book like this, Wiccan doesn't need his own road. It does not need a book. Sorry. Family Opera. Didn't even read the first issue. I forgot he was even out. The new issue of Capes is out, or at least the facsimile. Capes, if you're watching the Invincible new season, the Capes are actually mentioned in one of the episodes. Fantasy 4, First Foes. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that. I don't need to look at it's literally the movie version. In the book, though. Thundercats, number 25. Supernatural was not that great. Fairyland. We got Predator Bloodshed. No, I don't know about that. Final Boss number 5's out. Saturday Morning Adventures number 35. Jimmy Two Turtles. Deadly Hands of Kun Lun. Is this Danny versus the Imposter? I don't know. I forgot about the Ninja Turtles crossover with Power Rangers. That's been going on for a while. Midnight Man is a new one with through Keen Spot. Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre. Okay. The Last Starship. Vampiro number 12. Tomb Raider. I haven't seen one of those books in a while. Speaking of facsimiles, Silver Surfer number 1. $7 facsimile. Coming out this week. We also got Invincible Returns, which is, I believe, is issue 73 or 75, where basically where Mark returns wearing his normal costume. That's his.
At least to be fair, the Silver Surfer has about a 38-page Silver Surfer story, because the first 7 issues of Silver Surfer were double-sized.
Okay.
And they were outrageously priced at 25 cents.
Crazy.
Which is now $8.
Yeah. $7, yeah. And speaking of, was it Jim says Boom Booms? It looked like Pyro. She did on the cover. That's all I was confused at first. Batman: The Dark Knight Returns. They're just continuing with these facsimiles. They did the first one, was it 2 weeks ago? Got some One Piece, Ripcord number 2, Chainsaw Man. This came out. Death Fight Forever. Honor and Curse Eternal. I'm not sure who that is. This is Mark London. Jamie Infante. Mortal ninja cursed with a vengeful war spirit is forced out of the hiding to protect the last descendants of his sworn family, even if it means unleashing the monster within. 600 years ago, ninja warrior Genshi Sakagura vanished from history, cursed with immortality, and hunted by a war-hungry spirit known as the Tengu. Now living in modern-day New York, Genshi's centuries of silence shatter when a terrorist strike and a kidnapping tied to his ancient past force him back in the battle. To reclaim his honor, he must once again unleash the curse he spent lifetimes trying to contain. This is through Mad Cave, brand new series, ninjas and immortality. Cover B. Cover C. This is the interior artist, Jamie Infante. A naked ninja. Might be worth checking out if you guys are into the ninja stuff. All right. Rebellion. Rafael Garcia, Henchman, number 1. Just Brutal, number 2. There's the foil version, which is going to be still $7. The Center Holds, number 2. Uncle Scrooge, number 6. Real American Hero. G.I. Joe. Dork, the Brett Breen second printing, issue number 2. And of course, Vampiros Carmilla, the annual, is coming out. So if you missed a couple issues, there they are. You can read them in that. It's a nice little sampler book. Mega Ghost through Dark Comics. Okay. A lot of variants. Oh yeah, this is I was going to mention to you. Back issue 166 has to deal with Lois Lane, the partner up issue. Yep. Batman and Alfred, Superman and Lois Lane, Love and Rockets. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Pinup Special by with Betty and Veronica. And I've never heard of other comics, what other brand is, but first killer issue, Mad Science and Sorcery, Octavia, Master of Monsters. Yep, that's right, Coco. Cryptology, Hitchcock's masterpiece, Psycho. I Was a Teenage Frankenstein. Yeah.
I might pick up Cryptology.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a they've been trying to get issue 7 for me for the past month and a half. No luck yet, though.
Oh, look, I might have it in my shop.
Well, I got the last back issue and Retro Fan a month ago. Haven't opened either one.
Oh. Then we have here Archie Jumbo Comic Magazine #1 for $15. Over 100 pages. Oh, look, a variant on a facsimile. Dumb. All right. Oh yeah, Popkill's doing. Yeah, look at Kara Cohen Web Store, Sad Lemons Comics, sensational Valentine's Day variants. I swear, it's a $50 variant. That book Bobkill keeps popping up with new variants every like couple months. I see a new one. Some film Alchemist manga stuff. Oh yeah, Beatable Squirrel Girl #11 through Webtoons. Erica Henderson still getting art for jobs. So Witcher and Weekly Shonen Magazine. If that's what we're getting, I am subscribing.
What was that?
I said the Weekly Shonen Magazine. If that's
why.
It looks interesting. It looks like it's got some big draws. But all right, let's go to trades. This week in trades, Exquisite Corpses Volume 2, The New Gods Volume 2, Edge of Darkness trade, The Power Fantasy. Then we have Imperial by Jonathan Hickman, another book reminding us that he doesn't finish things. Invisible Man hardcover. If you do not pick up and collect the original issues or all the issues, get the trade. That is by far the best one I've read so far out of all of them. Superman Time and Time Again. Jan Jurgens, Jerry Ordway, Roger Stern, Walt Simonson. $40. The best era of Superman. Literally, that's where he gets hit by this guy came to go after Booster Gold, hits Superman with the blast or portal, and Superman ends up back in the past and traveling through time, and actually fights Nazis. And then of course we have the Tom King. Remember when we do the Punisher? Or sorry, not Tom King, dude. Jason Aaron. New Teen Titans Omnibus Volume 2 hardcover for $100. Lone Wolf and Cub Deluxe Edition Volume 2 hardcover for $55. Captain America by Mark Waid and Chris Samney. We have Black Widow by Captain America. Same thing, variants by Chris Samney. Then we have Creepshow #4. Look, some more Spider-Girl crap. No. Thunderbolts Epic Collection Redemption. That's Biasic and Nezia. Looks like we have Perez on there and Bagley. Speaking of, we have Avengers Omnibus Volume 6 hardcover. That's a good era, too. The Grim Reaper. And the best costume for Wonder Man. They also have the Jack Kirby direct market version for $125. Go for a gun extract trade. You should be able to get at least well down to $75.
Ooh, what issues does that Avengers have?
Hey, Breen. I didn't know you're here.
I was busy texting important stuff.
Important stuff.
Yeah, my nephew.
Ah. About your Fire Stick?
No. No, North Carolina fired their coach today.
Ah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, as I said.
I'll take a second here. Best, in my opinion, best run. Well, okay, the shooter run is through that. The end of it was John Byrne. I forgot who was writing in the 180s, but it's got the Jim Starlin Thanos Avengers Marvel 2-in-1 story, which in a perfect world would have been the last Thanos.
Conley, Shooter, Michelini, Perez.
Man, wow, they tossed in the What If 3, which is my favorite What If of all time.
Yeah, and number 9.
That Marvel Tales 100 is a Hawkeye 2-gun kid story. Man, that is, if you don't have that stuff, I'm real glad I have all that stuff in trades, because this is all stuff I'd like to read again.
Yep, $125 hardcover, case bound.
I would have kind of missed not having the floppies for some of these Avengers, because I love this. This was when I was a kid.
But sometimes I like having in these books here because I don't have to go pull them out for any individual.
I agree. I mean, but it's sometimes nice to just pull out the books and just look at them. Because I said, I'd pull these out and I'm 14 again, type of thing, and not worried about bills and the future.
Yep. Bill Mantlo, Scott Edelman. Yeah. George Perez doing the covering pencils.
Yeah, this was a glorious time in the Avengers history.
Yep.
I know you're not a big team guy, but I'd absolutely recommend this for you if you can get it.
Yeah,
because it's just got so many great. It's got the Korvac saga. Like I said, the Avengers 7, Avengers Annual 7, and 2-in-1 Annual 2 is just a fantastic story.
I like this 151 that has a direct market variant.
The regular one is 160. That's the cover for issue 160. And that's a great one-off.
So is the Grim Reaper, is he handicapped?
No. He's Simon's brother.
Oh.
And in this story, Simon had just come back, and the Grim Reaper isn't convinced that he's actually Simon. So he puts the two of them on trial to find out. And he's got these bands on them that are like attuned to their bio frequencies. So if they try to do anything, they get basically like a shock collar.
Yeah.
And he uses it on Simon, and it doesn't work because his physiology has completely changed while he was supposedly dead.
Mm-hmm.
And he ends up beating the living hell out of his brother. And the Vision and Wonder Man, Vision had gotten up his butt that he wasn't human,
mm-hmm.
and was taking it out on Simon, and they have a knockdown drag out in 158. And he thinks Simon wants his wife. And this is the issue where they reconcile and actually become buds. But,
Didn't the one we read is the one where with the Ultron, he was talking about how he has Simon's wavelength, his mind.
Oh, yeah. Well, I said they became like good buddies, and then they really loosened the Vision up in those like that 12-issue miniseries. That's one of the things I hate about John Byrne. Mm-hmm. Was what he did to the Vision in West Coast Avengers, because I like the Vision being more human than robot.
Yeah, I became more human.
But I said, but getting back to there is not a wasted page. Well, okay, I take that back. After the Korvac saga and before Byrne took over the art,
there
were like 3 issues of fill-ins. that I don't even remember. They were so, unremarkable. But yeah, like I said, there are very few omnibuses I would recommend more than this.
Well, you got George Perez working with Jerry Conway. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I said it's and the Marvel premiere. I can't believe they threw that in there. That's the 3D man, storyline.
Oh, nice.
Which was very cool. I mean, I said that's this is. I have everything in this except for those 3 stories after I sell my comics, but and even I kind of want to get this.
Yeah, this is like the perfect run. As I was looking through these before when we do a scheduled reading, so I was Avengers stuff. I was looking through this. I was like, some of these are really cool.
Well, if you take, like I said, when I'm always talking about how comics were so much better when I was a kid, it's not that because there weren't any blacks and there weren't any gays. No, it's just, they were what comic books were always meant to be, just out of this world entertainment. They really, I mean, they.
Well, that's why I talk about Spider-Man. Spider-Man, the comic book was written like a show. You just want to tune into the next new episode, ongoing, and you had cliffhangers and all this stuff. I loved it.
This stuff is just so damn good. That Avengers Annual number 8 is terrific.
Marvel Tales 100. It's kind of cool.
That's the Hawkeye 2-Gun Kid story.
Mm-hmm.
I said I get fired up when I see these things because I may be out of the hobby, but I'll never not love these stories.
It's funny it's the Hawkeye thing, but it has Spider-Man on the cover. Crazy. Yeah, here's been formed during the 1950s by Don Glett. Coverberg, yeah. Nice. Wow, Dave Hunt looks like a really old version of Conan O'Brien. All right. And then Star Wars Tales from the Nightlands hardcover. 100 Bullets. Number 4, trade by break. Hero Bear by Mad Cave, and we have Gargoyles, 30th Anniversary Volume 2. Then we get some Disney stuff here. And that's it. That's what it looks like. That's it this week. No Fantagraphic books or any of that stuff, older books. Thunderbolts, Redemption, Kurt Busiek, and Fabian Nicieza. Yeah. But even the New Teen Titans, if you don't have that's a nice collection to have right there. $100. Like I said, in stock trades will probably have it for way cheaper than that. If they're still doing the 40% off too. Hey, I made it to the show. Nice. Ending the 70s, nice. Michael Netzer looks like a wizard.
Michael Netzer ended up having he kind of he became like a religious fanatic, and he would turn in art. And there's one story he did where he put a giant cross on top of the Empire State Building. And I think the story was that, Michael, that's great, but there isn't a giant cross on the top of the Empire State Building. And I think he argued that there was, or that I said so. But he had the potential to be the next Neil Adams. Never quite worked out, but he was a fantastic artist.
Yeah,
Michael Netzer or Netzer, how because he used both names, but.
All right, though. I think we're gonna end it here. We've pretty much talked about everything.
Well, no trades that I need to get tomorrow. That's good.
I said unless you Want to replace with other trades and just have one giant book?
No, I got to be honest. I prefer normal size trades
Same here.
because it's some of those, I mean,
Hey.
that omnibus isn't that's a good size omnibus, but like my Joker omnibus, it weighs as much as a bowling ball.
Now here's the thing: omnibus hardcovers are heavy. Now, if you get them like I was getting the Invincible ones, those are soft covers. They weren't hardcovers. Actually, no, take it back. The first 4 were hardcovers, but they also had some soft covers too, as well. I think it was for like the other side stories. Tech Jacket is one of them. Yeah, that was a 40. I think it was a $40 one. A complete collection of that one. That one was like a soft cover and just trade. And it was actually it wasn't that bad. It's kind of like having the Epic collections today. They're not too heavy, but decent priced. But yeah, we're gonna end here. I'm not sure what E's planning on doing for tonight.
He's on his way to Florida.
Oh, so there is nothing tonight.
No. Well, as I said, yeah, if the girls wanted to read something, I would be open to it, but I'm good either way.
Yeah, I haven't really eaten much at all today, so I might get food. So it's just been one of those days where it's just like been kind of like cold. It was 24 degrees last night, and today I got up to like 50, and then tomorrow is supposed to be high as 60, and then 62 on Thursday, and then it drops down again. Temperature goes down to 30 something, and then goes right back up. I'm hoping that April just stays one temperature.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, we're gonna get like close to 80 for opening day, which is nice considering I remember one opening day that it snowed through the game.
Right.
But it's going to be down to like 46 on Friday.
I remember
drop another 30 degrees again.
I remember there was a week I was out by my sister's watching her house because she took the family that went to Disney World for the week in April. It was the first week of April, or the second week, and we had an ice storm followed by a lot of snow.
Well, I remember one year I finally got my birthday off from work for the first time in like 13 years. It was the first one of my working life. I was like 10 or 11, because I was like 27 or 8 at the time, I think. And it snowed. My birthday is May 6th, and that was the day of the Kentucky Derby.
Wow.
It was snowing at the Derby. That's why I realized that I'm not meant to have my birthday off, so I don't know that I ever did again.
Right.
But so, I mean, if it can snow in May, I guess it can get to 45 in March.
All right. Enough talking about winter. It's depressing me. I'm gonna go to bed.
I thought we'd conjure up Jackson by doing that.
No. When we don't talk about the weather, that's when he appears. Yeah, that's why he pops and starts talking about the weather. So I think we'll end it right here, and tomorrow night we'll have some kind of manga reading tomorrow night. So until then, I hope you guys have fun and just go watch the new episode of Daredevil Born Again if you have Disney Plus or some great, so kind of great area to watch it. I'm looking forward to, because Michael Coulter's back on there as Luke Cage.
And it says Jessica, or it says what's her name, Kristen Ritter.
Kristen Ritter's supposed to be on there. Jessica Jones.
Jones will probably pop up at some point.
Michael Coulter for the past couple of years has been trying to get them to do a Heroes for Hire show.
I think it might happen.
I think it is going to probably with them all come back on this, the Defender stuff. I guarantee it will have one, and it'll be great.
But they need though to do they need the girls that played Colleen and Misty.
Oh, Jessica Hardwick.
The lady that played Misty is probably early 50s now.
Mm-hmm.
Not too old. I mean, it's just kind of, she may not be able to do the balls out action stuff, but
no,
those two were terrific, and they.
Then again, look at the Robert Downey Jr. doing stuff.
Well, yeah, but all Robert Downey Jr. has to do is act because all the action is done in a suit that you don't see him.
Yeah, I mean, Misty, she just has a cybernetic arm, which is a green screen thing.
Yeah, but and they could, so she doesn't have to do protracted kung fu scenes or shit like that.
Nope.
But like I said, they were definitely, every bit as interesting as the males, and so I like and I think season 3 of those 2 shows, I think we're going to be really interesting because it would have been Danny's journey getting the fist back, and Luke becoming what he fought against that whole time. He basically got put in charge of the local mob.
People keep uploading clips of the Danny Rand show, pretty much Iron Fist, on Twitter. I've seen,
I think if they do this, maybe some flashbacks to fill in the gaps of what happened in those. Pretend like it never happened. I would hope they would do that, but
bring back Harold Meacham.
Yeah, he was great.
Oh, I love him.
That was the buddy comedy that we didn't know we needed.
Exactly.
And I'm one of the few people that doesn't trash the guy that played Iron Fist. He never bothered me at all.
No, yeah. I actually did really well for it. Considering how like peace and harmony, dude, he was in the cartoons. Iron Fist, they made just a complete soy boy.
Well, that's what he was, but he wasn't. I mean, I said,
I
said, where he was great, the Power Man Iron Fist series.
Like and here
like the first 40 or so issues.
And
Mary Jo Duffy wrote.
Every time he appeared in a cartoon, like especially Ultimate Spider-Man animal on there, he was always speaking Confucius things. It's
he also like a kid too.
Yeah, they were all kids.
Yeah, but I said I recommend because they have epic collections for them. The 2 Power Man Iron Fist ones that go from like 50 something to 70 and 70 something to 90.
Yeah,
every issue except for the one that has Rom in it.
Right.
But, those are definitely worth reading because that's a Mary Jo Duffy. I know women weren't in comics in those days, but I said that had one of my favorite Marvel moments. I've told before, but in case anybody here doesn't remember, when Luke is picking up, he's at the dry cleaner picking up his or it's either a dry cleaner or at a clothing store. He's picking up a supply of those yellow shirts.
Yep.
And right behind him in line is Bruce Banner picking up an order of purple pants. I just thought that was a great little wink.
Right? They don't have the luxury of Superman, right? You're like you can put him in an aura out that protects your clothing. So, all right, guys, we'll see you on Thursday night for the best books of the week. Hopefully, my camera will be working by then on my old computer. But as far as tomorrow night, will be around 11 p.m. Central for manga reading on the channel. Until then, take care, stay safe, and go read some good books.
Good night, kids.
Later, guys.